So how do you find the stock symbols for companies? It's a fair question. So in the Unit 9 investments, one of the things we're going to do is track some stocks. So one of the places I like to go is cnn.com/business. So once this loads, you can see that there are a number of different stock exchanges listed at the top of the page, and you can scroll through them to see what they all are. Two of the main ones that investors in the U.S. use are the Dow and NASDAQ. Now, this site isn't as user-friendly as it had been, which is unfortunate because it was easier to work with from a student standpoint before. But to work with it now, if you click on the volume for the Dow, just as an example, it will give you an overview of how the Dow Jones Industrial Average has been performing. Now, the first thing that you'll see is at the top is this is a real-time quote, and this is today's change from when the market opened this morning till now. This is your 52-week range. Within these 52 weeks, this is the lowest that it traded, and it looks like that was done on 11/15 of 17. And the highest in the 52 weeks that it traded at was on October 3rd of 2018. Today's range is right here, and it's just at the midpoint of the high and low. The graph here gives you an overview, in this case of 5 days. So was this a bull trend over these 5 days, or was it a bear trend over the 5 days? Again, it's beginning here, and it's ending roughly here. Yeah, so hopefully you said that that was a bear trend. Now I can change this. I can look at just within the last day. I can look at the last 6 months. So is that a bull or a bear? I can look at the last year. Again, is this a bull or a bear trend? And I can look at, I'll just say, the last 5 years. What was the trend? Was this a bull or a bear trend? Now, if you scroll down, you get some quote ideas. There's some other, because we're looking at just the Dow Jones Industrial Average, there are individual company stocks that are being sold here. So I could look at any one of them to see how they're doing. I'm going to go into Coca-Cola, which, as you see, is KO, is their stock symbol. So Coca-Cola is selling at $49.81 per share. It's down 0.05 today, or down 10%. In their 52-week range, the most expensive that it sold at was $50.24 a share, and the lowest that each stock sold for was $41.45. The lowest, again, was on 5/15 of 2018, and the high was sold on 11/12 of 18. And within the 52-week range, here's where we're sitting as of today, November 14th of 2018. Again, you have the same chart here. So was Coca-Cola over the last 5 days experiencing a bear or a bull market? And again, we can change this. I'm just going to do 3 years. What was their trend over 3 years, a bear or bull? From here, if we scroll down, for Coca-Cola, again, Coca-Cola, you can see what today's trading summary is, what their growth and valuation summary is, who their top competitors are, what their financials look like, what their profile is. So they're in the beverages, non-alcoholic industry. You see who their top officers are and where their corporate headquarters is. There are people whose job descriptions or job titles is a financial analyst. The analyst's job is to predict how they think the company stock will do. So this is how it historically has been up through today. And moving forward over the next 12 months, they think that at the lowest, it's going to sell at $47 per share. The median cost will be $51 per share, and the high will be $64 per share. So if you look just at this chart, or this graph rather, does it look like it would be high risk or low risk to buy this stock? And again, you don't know what the market is going to do, but based on the trends and based on the forecast, what do you think? Would this be a good stock to invest in? I would say yes, based on the analyst's forecast, because the analysts are saying that from 47 to 51 is the biggest drop that they're predicting but it could be anywhere from 51, which is where we're at today, basically, all the way up to 64. So this sounds like this has pretty good outlook as far as making money. Beyond just these overviews, if you go up to the top, there are the different tabs up here. And if you click on the profile, it will give you an in-depth overview of the company, what they make. Here's their contact information, how the shareholders are faring out, the company employees. So the Coca-Cola employees had been at 130,000-ish, and it's down to 61.80. And again, here's some more top executives. News will give you any time that they've been in the news or a press release has been issued. Your charts, again, will give you some more charts just to look at what's going on financially. And again, so you can choose any one of these increments to look, 10 years. That's how they've been doing for the last 10 years. You can look at the forecast, a little bit more financials, shareholder, and who their competitors are. So I think this is the easiest place to come to get information for research on a company. Now, unfortunately, you can't go out and search another company right from here, especially if you don't know what their stock symbol is. Now, I just happen to know McDonald's is MCD. You could type in here MCD, unfortunately. So here's McDonald's, again, MCD. What it does is it puts McDonald's on top of Coca-Cola. So here's how Coca-Cola has done over the last 5 days. Here's how McDonald's has done. But I could look at and do comparisons of these two stocks. So McDonald's has been faring overall over a 3-year period better than Coca-Cola. Let's just look at 5-year real quick. Yeah, they've done far better in the long run than they have in the last 5 days. So to go out and find stock symbols, so let's say you wanted to invest in Chipotle. Can't really do that here and get their information. I'm just going to close McDonald's out of that. So one thing that you could do is go to Yahoo Financial, and I'm going to use the symbol lookup from Yahoo, because what you're going to do is when you figure out your 5 stocks to pick, you have to come up with what are their stock symbols. So right up here I can search for news, symbols, or companies from Yahoo Finance. Now, the website is finance.yahoo.com/lookup if you want to specifically type in the actual URL. So I wanted to do Chipotle. So I can just start typing the first couple of letters for that, and it will alphabetically give me anybody who has chip in the name. So here's Chipotle. So Chipotle is CMG. If I click on that, it will give me some of the information that I've been looking for, but I still think that the CNN site is easier to utilize and find what you're looking for. All the information is still in there, you just have to look harder at it. So here's your PE ratio, your price to earnings ratio right here. Here's your 52-week high and low. So all the information's here, you just have to kind of search a little bit more, and you can go in through, just like we did on the other site, all the different tabs up here. And right here again, so this is how Chipotle has done over the last day. So is this trending bear or bull? How about year to date? Are they trending bear or bull? Now if I mouse over each one of these, you can see it gives me the date at the top, and over on the right it gives me in the black arrow what it was selling at, price per share. Right now, right here, it's selling at $478.18, $478.18 per share. It's down since the market opened that much. But if I went back to March 26, I can see that it was selling at $327.86 per share. So that you could find exactly where did it start in this year to date, which was January 2nd of 2018. It opened at $292.95, and right now it's trading at $478.36. Now the other thing you could do is say, okay, so I was looking at Chipotle, and again, here's the stock symbol for Chipotle, CMG. If I go back into the money.cnn.com, you'll notice the URL up here says /quote/quote.html. HTML question mark SYMB equals KO. Instead, I could type in the Chipotle stock symbol. Oh, helps if you get it right. I put CMD, I meant CMG. I'm going to hit the enter key, so you got to get things right here, guys. And so again, here's Chipotle, here's how they've been doing, where their 52-week ranges, year to date how they've been doing. I can look at all my charts, but here are all the tabs right here to find the information, what I think is the easiest way. So if you're not sure what the stock symbol is for one of your stocks, you can always go out to Yahoo Finance or finance.yahoo.com and search either by symbol or by company name.